Hello everyone, cześć, dzień dobry. I am still in the Netherlands and this video is about my last week here in The Hague and about my friend Deborah who lived in Poland for 4 years. I asked her if she could like share her feelings and experiences about that time in her life, and she wanted to tell me, but she didn't want to do like an interview style, so I could record what she was saying. So I will put that here in this video, and then with some images from the time in The Hague. So you will hear her talk about Poland, but she didn't want to like do the whole face, that her face is all in the video. So that's what I will share with you now. I hope you enjoy. She said some beautiful things.
Yeah, so that we moved to Poland and basically did not have any idea like what to expect, because as Western Europeans, British and Dutch, there is a stereotype of what Poland is, as in with ex-communism history, you know, being in Central Europe, and really people have no clue about how rich the history is, how beautiful the country is, how much nature there is, you know, how also just like, you know, institutions, how highly educated Polish people are. So I think all of those kind of preconceptions and those notions got totally destroyed once you live there, because you realize like, wow, you know, in many ways Poland's more advanced than Western Europe.
Yeah.
So super high energy people, very dynamic, very entrepreneurial, you know. I mean, you pay with Apple Pay everywhere you go. You can't even do that in Germany. So yeah, I think there's a big difference in terms of that. But of course, culturally also, we moved to Poland thinking, well, European Union, if we have an option to move to the Middle East or to Asia, culturally the shift is very different. But actually, moving 90 minutes away by flight to Poland was probably the biggest cultural shift we've had, because you move to Asia, you move to the Middle East, everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
You move to Poland, you can't read the language, you can't pronounce the words, you don't understand what's happening around you, you don't recognize anything, right? So you need to learn, like you need to make the effort to integrate yourself a little bit, otherwise you're really in trouble. And so having this idea of like, oh yeah, we'll still be in Europe and you'll have a higher comfort level, totally not true. So culturally a big shock. And probably the biggest learning for us was like our time in Poland, because there are some ideas and some beliefs that are so polar opposite to us, and you spend your time thinking like, you know, societally we're maybe more democratic or more liberal or whatever, and then you move to Poland and you're like, well, I'm in the minority, I'm not in the majority, not everyone thinks like me, for sure not.
Yeah.
It's so completely different. I think it's the biggest learning curve that we had, moving only a 90-minute flight away.
Wow.
That you can be in a different country and, you know, but everything is different. Also, how families are, and, you know, family time and being together with your family and spending time with your friends is valued so highly. And coming from a Western society where it's like, well, you're 18, you move out, you make your own life, you go to university, you know, yeah, you do your own thing, you have your independence. You probably already had your independence from the time you were 12, you know.
Yeah, true.
And in Polish families, that's, you know, it's more a sacred time. Like you have that time more protected, and you have, kind of like a closeness with your family that's, I feel like, is a little bit different. And, you know, whether you're religious or not religious, I think that the faith has a lot to do with the fact that families stay very connected. And then like you see how beautiful all of the different places are, and that you have everything in Poland, right? You can, wherever you go, you can find something for you: mountain, river, sea, forest, like the experiences are so rich, and like you can do so many things, and no one is excluded. It's like you don't have to wait until you're 6 years old to participate, which is something I find in Western Europe happens a lot.
Yeah.
But in Poland, like they're so orientated to everybody doing everything together.
Yeah.
That it's very inclusive. Like you can find activities for your kids, no problem. Can you do them together as a family? No problem. Like it's just easy.
Mm-hmm.
And food, like wow, amazing food, so delicious. Pork and potatoes, what? So good. And then of course, like, you know, you go through some weird time and you have this whole situation with COVID, and then you see how, you know, people take care of each other actually, and your friends check in on you, and people that are just even acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know, and like you feel like you're cared about, and that's really, I think, also something different when you come from a society that's a little bit individualistic and only cares more for themselves and their immediate people, and not necessarily, like, I mean, people were sending food to our house. Like,
Yeah, that's
you
awesome.
know, I made something, let me share it with you. Like, it's crazy. It's completely different. So I hope that they don't lose that kind of value system as it becomes, which inevitably it will become very, very developed very, very quickly, but it's already happened. But I don't want them to lose those kind of really important
True.
values that they have. Poland has they don't advertise themselves well enough. I really feel like this is a problem. They should have a tourism board that really markets Poland to the max, because so many things to offer and so few people know about it. And Krakow, I can't talk about many places in Poland, but you know, the places I do know, it's one of those rare countries where everywhere you go, you're like, I am genuinely surprised. I was not expecting that in a positive way. So that's also a big bonus, right? If like you constantly get positively surprised.
Like all the time.
Like
I
all
still
the time.
have that. I've been to many places, like 50 plus, but still.
Yeah, exactly.
I really love how my friend speaks about Poland and her time here. She opens my eyes even more. I arrived back in Friesland now, and literally the mom that was passing me by with her bike and the kids, the first ones, were not speaking Dutch, not Frisian, not English, but Polish. I literally wanted to say cześć, but no, they were already gone. Still in the Netherlands with Debs and the family, and yesterday Laura came, you know, our friend from London, and she visited us like many times in Poland, and she was already like, when are we going to Krakow, Debs? So they also want to go to Poland again, because, you know, it's a big part of our lives. So this week I'm half of it still in The Hague, and then I will just go for a brief visit to my family in the north again, because of a very special birthday again of my little niece who turns 3. And then I will go back to Poland, and I'm already making plans for when I'm back, because so many things in my mind. Cześć, kochana. Cześć. Oh. Yeah. Mówisz po polsku? Tak?